Oh, there goes the cat. So, anyways, I wanted to share with you. I've actually been wanting to share this for a while now, and just hadn't made the time. I was talking to this one person. This was actually a couple of months ago, and they were stating how sometimes you can heal things, you can get completion with something, you can have closure. However, when they think about it, like if they think about this event, it doesn't bring up any anger or hurt or pain. To them, it becomes something that happened, and it doesn't define or mean anything about them. However, when they hear about the same circumstance happening to somebody else, they can get very emotional for that person, and they just get angry or hurt that this other person or these other people are going through that, right? And so she was stating, just that was the challenge. And so I invited her to maybe share the perspective that when she's thinking about these people, she's only thinking from the aspect of vulnerability and the what is. However, I said, maybe when you start coming across this, start thinking about it from what's possible. And so instead of thinking of what they're going through or have been through, start thinking about how they too have access to healing the way you did. And then in those moments, send them healing light or healing thoughts or healing intentions about just knowing the strength and how much those events have made you who you are today can be the same story for them. Start to think about it from the perspective of just the way that you overcame, just the way that you were strong is the same way that this person or people have access to as well. And then just be encouraged and grateful that it's possible, that if you went through it and you healed and you're cured, then that it's possible for them. And then get excited about that. Get excited about what will they be able to touch because of this experience, no matter how dire it was. Knowing what it is to be redeemed, and really get back to your gratefulness of your redemption regarding whatever it is, being betrayed, being cheated on, being raped, being violated, being fired, whatever it is that you've overcome. Start to think about it from that aspect. And then, she mentioned to me, wow, I never thought about it from that angle. And, that's how we lift each other up. It's not in us feeling sorry for each other. It's us in knowing. And here's the thing, the more we connect to that part of us, the more it becomes, and that energy becomes contagious. The other thing about it to note that's very important is, even though you may have healed this one particular area or event, if your go-to, become aware, observe yourself. Self-knowledge is wisdom. Knowledge is power, but self-knowledge is wisdom. And it moves mountains. So what I want you to think about it is, observe yourself. If that's my go-to for people, when I think about people going through strife or just bad situations, if my go-to is to feel, oh, sorry for them, understand that that's how you think about yourself. Maybe you've healed this one area, but when somebody else offends you or hurts you or lashes out at you or was inconsiderate, and I say in quotation because that's just an interpretation that we make. However, if that's your go-to when you think about other people, that's your go-to for yourself. Because how we do anything is how we do everything, because our brains are wired a certain way. So I want you to understand, in new events that are presenting to you themselves on an everyday basis, that's your go-to. Oh, that's your go-to. I mean, I'm not trying to be offensive here. I'm just saying, be aware of it. Because if that's your go-to for other people, that's your go-to for yourself. And then life is going to start to make a lot of sense for you. You're going to start to see, are you empowering? Do you tend to be empowering to yourself in your way of thinking, in your way of feeling, in your way of having perspective? So if your go-to is to judge others, you're going to start to see that you probably are very self-critical. So I just wanted to just realize this. It's great to get healing when you know of others that are hurting and that are going through things you went through. If you've healed in those areas, then remember they too have that access, and let that be healing to you, and let that soothe and start changing the vibration. And at the same time, be aware that if that's your go-to on how to respond to those situations, that's probably your go-to on how to respond for when you're feeling challenged. Just having those small insights, mad power. So anyways, this weekend I actually am going to get together at the studio, Body Ritual Studio, at noon. It's a by donation, because if you can't afford it, I don't want that to be a limitation. But of course, just like you, I have to pay my bills and stuff. So donations are appreciated, but I don't want that to hold anyone back. Donation is $20. And it's going to be a quick hour of insights, and it's just going to be like a forum. You can bring your questions, or I'll present stuff that'll get the group conversation going, and we're just going to have some huge insights that can help empower us in this everyday thing called life. Love you guys. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.